We have 6 women incumbent senators that are up for election. Do you know how important that is? To make sure they all come back? And then we have 5 amazing challengers that are going to win. Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts. I heard her give a great speech. She led that in the House. You know who led it in the Senate? Senator And you know what she said to all of us? We stood in the back room. I thought, this is what it was like in those early days. She's so short. She stands on a couch and she says, you know what? Suit up, square your shoulders, put your lipstick on, and get ready for a revolution. Cervical cancer, for breast exam. It was women of the Senate who stood up and said, no, enough is enough. We will not negotiate away women's health, and we won. When they held that hearing in the House, remember with those 5 men holding that hearing on women's contraception issues? The women of the House, the Democratic women of the House stood up, and have you seen them hold another hearing like that? No, because we won! Alright? We won! And when the violence against women Act came up before the United States Senate, I led all the women to the floor, and pretty soon we didn't just have Democratic women Senate, we had Republican women senators, and in the end, every single woman senator voted for the Violence Against Women Act, and we passed it. Sitting there on that committee, it's a little boring, going on, and all of a sudden the senator from Arizona, Republican, he said, you know, I don't know why we would need maternity care. And that list of benefits, I never used it. You know what Debbie Stabenow did? She didn't miss the beat. She looked across the table at him and she said, I bet your mother did. So when you leave this week, you're going to get so many good ideas and you're going to hear from so many great people. But when you get home, you have to reach out. You have to reach out to other women, to find that common ground, to independent women, to Republican women, and you keep your expectations high. My daughter's 17 right now. When she was about 6 years old, she was home playing with dolls one day with a girl that was a little older. I walked by her room, and I heard the older girl say to her, well, one day I'm going to have a baby just like this doll. And I thought, what is my daughter going to say? She's 6 years old. She looks at her and she says, well, I'm going to have a baby one day too, but not for a long, long time. Because you can't have a baby until you run for office and win an election.